Here's another example of exactly what we're talking about right now, where Muhammad's own modern followers will call the Muslim scholars, the Muslim historians, the biggest bunch of liars the world has ever seen. So this is Dale Lee, Sam's favorite.
The guy again?
The life of the messenger of God. What is that anyway?
Is he Sirat Rasulullah Ibn Ishaq? That's the only one.
It's not yeah, but this isn't an Ibn Ishaq. So the life of the messenger of God records that Aisha accepted Islam shortly after it was revealed, 12 years before her marriage. And there is no way she could have done so as an infant or toddler. Dale, please give us a clear reference page number. No offense, but we tend not to trust what you guys say in the chat.
Especially him. He's a notorious
especially
liar and a
you.
deceiver.
You're a chronic liar.
You've been humiliated over and over again. Now, CP.
Wait. I got some references here.
Yeah, but I want CP to address this as well as you come up with the references. CP. According to this man, Aisha accepted Islam 12 years before the marriage. That means Aisha could not be 6 when Muhammad asked Abu Bakr to marry her, and 9 when he slept with her. This is what this Muslim just said, and he goes, it's in Sirat Rasulullah.
Okay, can he give us the book of source he is getting this from?
Yeah.
He said Sirat Rasulullah.
In the meantime, while we're waiting for the actual reference, let's look at a couple of passages here, ladies and gentlemen. I'll go through these quickly because we don't want to spend too much time on this. But let's go through some passages here. This is Sahih al-Bukhari, number 5133, narrated Aisha that the Prophet wrote the marriage contract with her when she was 6 years old, and he consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old, and then she remained with him for 9 years. And by the way, look at the chapter heading. The chapter heading is giving one's young children in marriage is permissible. And then he quotes the Quran, Surah 65, verse 4, to justify the marriage. And notice he specifically says, and the iddah for the girl before puberty is 3 months. So he quotes the Quran, which justifies marriage to prepubescent girls, and then gives Aisha as an example. Sahih al-Bukhari 5133. Again, let's read a couple of these real quick. Sahih al-Bukhari 5134, narrated Aisha that the Prophet wrote the marriage contract with her when she was 6 years old, and he consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old. That's that one. Next one.
We should go to Ibn Kathir.
Well, if you want to pull up Ibn Kathir, we've got all day long. 51, let me just read this one, and then I've got all of them. I got Sahih Muslim, Sunan Abu Dawud, I got them all pulled up. 51, I'm so used to people like Dale Lee lying on here that you just kind of have to have these things ready. 5158, Sahih al-Bukhari, narrated Urwa, the Prophet wrote the marriage contract with Aisha while she was 6 years old and consummated his marriage with her while she was 9 years old, and she remained with him for 9 years, i.e. until his death. Notice, you have Aisha narrating some of these passages. Dale Lee calls Aisha, the mother of the faithful, a liar.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. He said life of Muhammad, right? Well, I'm going to give him Ibn Kathir. This doesn't come from his tafsir. It comes from his Al-Sirah al-Nabawiyah. Al-Sirah al-Nabawiyah, translated in English, The Life of the Prophet Muhammad by Trevor Lagassic. Everyone pronounce his name. You can get it in English. It's in 4 volumes. This comes from Volume 2, English translation of Al-Sirah al-Nabawiyah, pages 93-94. Ibn Kathir, who had read all the sources before him, because guys, I want you to remember this. Ibn Kathir is coming about 700 years after the death of Muhammad. He's read all these sources. He's read Bukhari, he's read Muslim, he's read Nasai, he's read Ibn Majah, he's read Ibn Hisham. He's read it all. He's a scholar. And he's one of the students of Ibn Taymiyyah. After examining all these sources, Dale Lee, a peon who can't get his facts straight and wouldn't know the truth if it slapped him in the face, says that the life of Muhammad says that she was too young, not too young. She had to be much older than a toddler when Muhammad married her. Let me show you what Ibn Kathir says, who knows Arabic, and this guy doesn't even know English. Watch here. This is what he says. His statement, he contract married with Aisha when she was 6. Thereafter consummating marriage with her when she was 9, is not disputed by anyone. Let me repeat it 2 more times. Is not disputed by anyone.
Not by anyone?
Is not disputed by anyone.
It's disputed by a bunch of people?
Is not disputed by anyone.
Dale Lee's disputing it.
Is not, but he's not anyone. He's a nobody.
He's talking about the scholars, right?
And he's talking about, yeah. And then it says, and is well established in the Sahih collections of tradition elsewhere, which you just quoted several. CP, what do you got to say to this guy?
I just want to add, Ibn Kathir, he knew the sources far better than pretty much anyone before or after him, right? I mean, there are only a few people who are in that category, but he would have known all of the Sirah works, all of the Hadith collections. He knew all of these, and he said it's not disputed by anyone.
In fact, you cannot translate the Quran in English without consulting Ibn Kathir's tafsir first. The commentators that people consult to properly translate the Quran in English, Tabari, Qurtubi, Ibn Kathir, the two Jalals, Baidawi, Zamakhshari. You cannot translate the Quran in English and have it accepted by Muslims if you haven't consulted these sources. And many Muslims say one of the greatest, if not the greatest, commentator is Ibn Kathir. CP, what do you got to say?
You know, if we quote for this guy from the same book he just quote for us to prove the age of Aisha to be not what we are saying, and it is very embarrassing for Muhammad, he will call the book of Sirah a book of sauce in a second. So he switched. Secondly, now what we find from this, that now Ibn Kathir and Al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim and Ibn Majah and all those Sahih books are books of sauce. So how we can learn about Islam? Because we find this in the books of the Sahih. That means those books are books of sauce. I send you a link, David. This is the Imams, they making fatwa by agreement, refuting the lies. This is the name of the title in the side. It says, refutation of the lie about the Prophet wife Aisha and her age. So because many Muslims, they claim that Aisha, she was 18, and this is a refutation by the Imams of the Muslims. Islam question and answer website, and they are saying whoever say that Aisha, she was 18 years old when the Prophet did marry her, he is quoting from the book of sauce.
You got it. It's game over for you, CP. This Daily retired you. You need to go find a job now. Okay?
Yeah.
No, we do have a follow up from Dale Lee. He said the earliest surviving biography of Muhammad, and he's quoting Ibn Ishaq Surat Rasulullah. So give us the page number. We want to read this. And this is just amazing, by the way, Sam. Whenever I quote Ibn Ishaq, Muslims say no. Muslims say no, you can't trust that.
I have it.
Let's go.
Okay, now I'm going to bust your lie, Daily. This is why I say you're just wickedly repulsive. You're a joke, and I keep calling you out to debate because you're a kid. I just want to spank you.
And keep in mind why Sam is using strongly. There's a guy who's a chronic liar. All he does is lie.
No, because you should see the comments he puts in the sections. The guy is repulsive. He's a perfect example of what happens when you follow Muhammad. Daily, I would say shame on you, but you're shameless. You have no honor because you're imitating. Exactly. So you're intimidating your prophet. He just said life of Muhammad, right? Yep. Folks, right here. Alfred Guillaume's English translation of Sirat Rasulullah, The Life of Muhammad, page 792. In fact, I can have, later on, we can even screenshot and put it. Okay. He said, it doesn't say that. It proves his point. Folks, Life of Muhammad, page 792, to expose this liar, why he's a joke. He married Aisha in Mecca when she was a child of 7 and lived with her in Mecca when she was 9 or 10. She was the only virgin that he married. Her father, Abu Bakr, married her to him, and the apostle gave her 400 dirhams. He married Aisha in Mecca when she was a child of 7. And when did she live with him in Medina? When she was 9 or 10. So why was she living with him? To play patty cake? Patty cake, patty cake with Allah and his messenger. He said Life of Muhammad, right?
That's what he said.
Page 792 of the English translation.
So just to be clear, anyone can go online right now, get the PDF of the Life of Muhammad, go to page 792 and read right what you put right there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Right here.
Wow. And that's guys, think about the logic here, right? Think about the logic here, right? When I quote Ibn Ishaq, because of the battles and so on, all the horrible information and the satanic verses, when I quote Ibn Ishaq, Muslims say, no, you can't quote Ibn Ishaq. That's Sirah. We don't trust Sirah anymore. We only trust the main collections of hadiths. We only trust Bukhari and Muslim and so on. So notice right here, we're quoting Sahih al-Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Sunan Abu Dawud. These are the sources that say that Muhammad had sex with Aisha when she was 9 years old. And what's the response? No, you can't go to those sources. Those are all lies. What you need to do is go to the Sirah. You have to go to Ibn Ishaq. And that's what Dale Lee says. Go to Ibn Ishaq. And Sam quotes Ibn Ishaq. And what's it say? It says she was 9 years old. Wow. This is Islamic apologetics.